He's gonna make. And then I have to change, because when I get in my house sometimes I just have to minister to myself, and I have to walk around my house and say, He's gonna make a way. That's just for me. That one was for Grandma, but sometimes I have to change it up, because sometimes I'm going through my own situations, and I say, You're gonna make a way. Yes, you are. Sometimes I gotta walk around in my house, y'all. Sometimes I gotta walk around in my house, y'all, and say, Hey, He's gonna make a way. I don't know if y'all ever been to that point in your life where sometimes you feel like throwing in the towel, you feel like giving up, when it seems like the problems and the burdens of life just say, He's gonna make a way. All I need is about 5 witnesses in here that are really going through some rough times in your life, that is really going through some rough times in your life. Sometimes you gotta say, He's gonna make a way. Oh, come on, somebody. He's the midnight hour. Yes, He will, y'all. Yes, He will, y'all. Hey, He's gonna make a way. You're gonna make a way. I just want to take a few minutes. I deal with graveyard tonight. But when I look back over my life and see where the Lord has brought me from, He's already made a way, y'all. Yes, He has. He's already made a way, y'all. I tell my testimony everywhere I go. Everybody don't know this but my church. But listen, but I used to be paralyzed from my waist down. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, I was, y'all, but He touched my mind. He touched my body. I know Him, I know Him, I know Him, I know Him to be a healer. I know Him to be a healer. Anybody in here know the Lord to be a healer? Anybody in here know the Lord to be a healer? Hey, He touched my body, y'all. Yes, He has. Yes, He has. Look at your neighbor and tell him, neighbor. Just look at him and tell him, neighbor, I don't know what you're going through, but let me just tell you that God is working it out behind the scenes. Come on, just look at him and now tell him, I don't know what you're going through, but let me tell you now, God is working it out behind the scenes. I wish I had some believers in here. Yeah! He's working it out, yes He is. He's working it out, yes He is. He's working it out, yes He is. Listen, a couple of years ago I lost my mind. Yes, I did. But He gave it back to me. Yes, He did. But He gave it back, yes, to me. A couple of years I really lost my mind, y'all. Really lost my mind. But the Lord, He gave it back to me. Yes, He did. Gave it back to me. See, I know what it feels like to be in a mental institution. But God came to me in the middle of that mental institution. He said, you know what? He said, everything that you lost, I'm going to give it back. 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 I don't know who that word is for in here tonight. Don't know who the word is for, but I want to let you know that He's going to give it back. Yes, He will. Yes, He will. I know what it feels like to be on medication, to go to sleep at night, medication to function during the day, but I want to let you know that God is still able. God is still able. I know what it feels like to be on anxiety medication, y'all, but I want to let somebody know in here, God is still able, y'all. God is still able, y'all. Yeah, you're able, you're able, you're able, you're able. Listen, He's gonna make a way. I'm just stuck right there. I don't know who I came here for tonight. don't know who I came here for tonight, but I want to let you know right now that He's gonna make a way. He's gonna make a way. But you gotta believe Him, you gotta believe Him. You gotta believe Him, you gotta believe. Listen, Romans 8:28 says, and we know, 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 that all things work together for our good. All things work together for our good. All things work together for our good. Yes, it do. Yes, it does. Listen, all the hurt is working for your good. All the pain is working for your good. All the backstabbing is working for your good. All the folks that turn their back on you is working for your good. It's working for your good, y'all. Any believers? It's working for your good, y'all. It's working for your good, y'all. It's working for your good, y'all. Listen, got to a point that those that I poured into, that I spent the most time with, that said that I'll never leave you, Apostle. I'm going to be right there. They turned their backs on me all at once. And many of them that said I'll be there walked away and they ain't done a day. But I want to let you know tonight that God never left my side. He said I'll never leave you nor forsake you. I'll never leave you nor forsake you. I gotta get out of here, y'all. I'll never leave you nor forsake you. No, no, no. Listen, everything that I needed, everything that I ever needed, God's restoring it. He's restoring it. Sometimes you can't see it, but you gotta know that He's working out for you good. You got to know that God working out for you good. Yeah. You got to know, yeah. He's gonna work it out for you. Yes, He is. He's gonna work it out for you. Yes, He is. He's gonna work it out for you. Yes, He is. He's gonna work it out for you. Yes, He is. But you gotta believe our God. But you gotta believe our God. He's gonna work it out for you. Yeah. Tell your sickness it gotta go. Tell your disease it gotta go. And it gotta come subject to the power of God. Hey, God, sometimes you gotta speak to your storm. Look at the wind. Tell the wind you got to cease. Tell the storm you got to cease. And come subject to the power of God. Yeah. Listen, He's gonna make a way. I stand here tonight because God touched my body. And what man said could happen, God said, because I want to make man out of a lie. Lost my memory, stuff that we take for granted, like how to tell time, who mommy is, who daddy is. I had to learn that stuff all over again. But I want to let you know tonight that God is a healer. And He's still able, He's still able. God, I'm getting ready to sit down, y'all, but I just want to let you know that He's still able. There's nothing too hard for God. 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 Give it to Jesus because He's working it out now. Give it to Jesus because He's working it out now. Give it to the Lord because He's working it out. Give it to the Lord, yeah. Listen, He's already making a way for you. He's already making a way for you. You and you